Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well and having a calm moment wherever you are. Today, I want to share a short and interesting story with you. A simple story about an ordinary day and an unexpected change. So sit back, relax, and let's begin. It was a sunny summer Sunday morning. Soft sunlight passed through the small window of Liam's room, falling gently on the white walls. Liam opened his eyes, stretched his arms, and let out a long yawn. He was a simple and ordinary young man. He always wore comfortable, casual clothes and didn't care much about fashion or style. His long, messy hair and beard made his face look a little wild. Liam got out of bed and walked a few steps around the room. He looked at himself in the mirror and said with a small smile, "Well, today is time for a little change." He went to the kitchen and made himself a cup of coffee. Sitting by the window, he watched the street below. Birds were singing, and the soft sounds of the neighborhood life reached him from afar. Today was his day off, and he was free. No work, no rush, just a calm summer day. After finishing his coffee, Liam had a small breakfast. Normally, his friend, who was a barber, cut his hair, but today his friend was off. So, Liam had no choice but to visit a new barbershop. He put on his simple, comfortable clothes, grabbed his sunglasses, and slowly walked toward the barbershop. The summer sun was bright, and the streets were warm under its light. He walked calmly through the short streets of his neighborhood, enjoying the quiet morning. When Liam stepped into the barbershop, the familiar smell of hair cream and spray filled the warm, cozy room. Leather chairs and large mirrors filled the space, while the quiet sound of scissors and clippers echoed softly. The barber, a middle-aged man with a friendly smile, immediately approached Liam. He always tried his best to attract new customers and believed the best way to do that was through kindness and real skill with hair, not big signs or loud advertisements. "Hello, welcome. What would you like me to do today?" he asked warmly. The barber's face showed calm confidence. Liam, who was a little introverted and didn't talk much, only gave a small smile and said, "I want a new style, whatever you think is best." The barber thought for a moment and said with a smile, "Well, how about a style like a famous football player?" Liam looked puzzled and asked, "Football player? Who?" The barber laughed. "Don't worry. Just trust me. You'll look great."
Liam shrugged and sat down on the chair calmly. The barber started working carefully, confident that his good manners and skill would make this customer leave happy and satisfied. The scissors and clippers began to work. Liam's long, messy hair fell onto the floor strand by strand. He looked in the mirror and saw his face slowly becoming clearer. Other customers noticed and whispered to each other, "Wait, who is that? He looks just like a famous football player." The barber chuckled and said, "Wow, he really has that football vibe now." Liam smiled slightly, just watching quietly. The soft sound of the scissors and clippers continued, shaping his hair, and with each passing moment, Liam's face became sharper and more defined. When the haircut was finished, Liam looked in the mirror. His jawline and face were clear, his hair neat and well-styled. Suddenly, he realized he looked strangely similar to a famous football player. He knew nothing about football or that player, so he was a little surprised but smiled quietly and said, "Well, that's a real change." The barber smiled and said, "You really look great. Now you have a true football vibe." Liam nodded slightly and got off the chair. Liam walked out of the barber shop slowly. People began to notice him. Children pointed and laughed. Teenagers whispered under their breath. Soon, a small crowd gathered, taking out their phones. "Can we take a selfie with you?" a girl asked, giggling. "Sure," Liam smiled and let them take pictures. The crowd laughed and said, "I can't believe it! Cristiano Ronaldo just walked into our neighborhood." Liam walked calmly, smiling a little, shaking his head. He enjoyed the attention, but knew that only his appearance had changed, not who he really was. When he returned home, Liam put on his simple, comfortable clothes and sat on the couch. He opened the internet and typed in the name Cristiano Ronaldo. Excited and a little shocked, he looked at the pictures, then at himself in the mirror. He kept looking back and forth, himself, then Cristiano Ronaldo. He compared their faces over and over. Slowly, the shock settled in. He couldn't believe how much they looked alike. Liam smiled, a mix of surprise and amazement on his face. "Wow, I really do look like him." He realized that even a small change in appearance could completely change the way people and even himself see him. Thanks for listening and spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I enjoyed telling it. If you did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps and means a lot. Until next time, take care and goodbye.